Alright, just going to do a quick video on what you ought to have in a go bag. Find you a cheap backpack. At least have a meal. These are kind of nice because they've got all kinds of little extras with them, and gum and little toilet paper kit, lots of stuff in there, matches. It's all waterproof. So that's just a basic MRE. You're going to want to have some duct tape, a pair of work gloves, and some paracord. This is a really cheap multi-tool. You know, if you can afford a better one, great. But basically, you know, just a nice little set of pliers with a knife on them, and nothing super fancy. Let's see if we can dump that out here. That one actually happens to have a little socket set with it. And of course, it's just got the pliers with some cutters and an extra knife on it. And for a first aid kit, I've got alcohol wipes, iodine wipes, sterile gauze pads, super glue for stitches, tape, and ace bandage. That'll do all kinds of wounds and band-aid type repair. I'm adding a tourniquet and a Sharpie marker to that as well. Other than that, it's not going to cover like massive trauma, but you could do some pretty simple and at least some very basic wound repair with that. And then for personal care, I've got clippers, dental floss. We're going to add a toothbrush and a toothpaste to this kit, and a comb, just so that you can have, you know, some of the basics there. And then we've got a couple of 4 3.5 gallon candles and 2 lighters. Should be able to get a fire going in the rain with something like that. You can always break one of the lighters open. And then I've got one of the most important things here, Constitution and Declaration of the Independence. That should know your rights. You should be able to carry that around. And then we got a personal care package here. These happen to be called dude wipes, and then some dish soap and a scrubby for all kinds of different reasons. And then for water, I've got a mini Sawyer, and you can put these onto a water bottle or run a tube up to like a bag like this. And I got these for dirt cheap, just off of Amazon, just a water bag. You don't have to fill it all the way up, but you can use it in place of a Camelback. I like that it's clear, so I can make sure it doesn't get any kind of mold or nasty. And then also, I forgot to mention, inside the first aid kit is just like a thermal survival blanket. And that, you know, and then there's also a pair of those clippers, but that covers a lot of it. You know, you've got all these different supplies. One of the other ones that's kind of nice to have is some other type of weapon on top of all this stuff. But these are all your basic necessities that'll get you through and cover you for, you know, probably a couple of days if you had to bug out. And it's not a bad bag to have at the picnic. You know, there's a few other things that'll go in here, and I'll show those later on.